Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Dr. Boyce Watkins from Your Black World and the Black Business School. I wanted to tell you guys a story about a friend of mine, and she's like a lot of women on social media who get a lot of crazy, disrespectful pictures and images sent to her on a regular basis. You know, people slide in your DM, and it's okay to slide in, I guess, if a person has an interest in you. But some people get flat out disrespectful. You know, they send nasty messages, dirty pictures, unwanted, pictures of their genitals and stuff like that. And I want to, on behalf of all men, I'd like to apologize first and foremost, for anybody that's ever done that to you, because I think that's ridiculous. And I don't know what any guy would think. I don't know how any man would think that would give him a reasonable opportunity to attract a decent woman. But then again, maybe some people will get into that. I have no idea. But here's one thing that she told me that I thought was great. And this is a great life lesson, honestly. She said that this guy, she said she'd always get all these little, she calls them dick pics, let's just be real. And she would get all these pictures from these men sitting there, whatever. And she just ignored them because she's a grown ass woman. She don't act, she's not a victim or anything. She's not like, oh my God, this is traumatizing. She would just delete them. But then one day she said, you know what? Instead of just ignoring it or being disgusted by it, she went right back at the guy and engaged him. And what she did was she said, so you like to show your penis. You think that that's good? Because he had sent it to a couple of times. She said, okay, well, let me help you. So she took this picture and she put it on her Facebook page with a link to his Facebook page saying, since so-and-so wants everybody to see his penis, here it is. And everybody saw this picture. Everybody's laughing and it's just kind of crazy. And the guy starts freaking out. He's like, no, it was just for you. Don't go share it with everybody. She's like, no. You said you want everybody to see your penis. Well, here you go. Everybody's going to see it now. No, don't do that. Please don't do that. Right. And so he didn't want to be put on blast. And the thing was, in fact, he was so upset that he blocked her and reported her to Facebook. So he went from being the predator to being the prey. He went from being the victimizer to feeling like the victim, right? And the reason I share this story is because, not because I think this is the way to handle every situation or whatever, but what I liked about it was it showed how sometimes when you let somebody make you the victim, you're doing a lot more harm to yourself than good. The victim kind of gets victimized in two ways. One is they get victimized maybe by whatever happened, but then secondly, they get victimized by labeling themselves as a victim and living as a victim. And when you're a victim, what also happens, the third way that they get victimized is you're empowering the predator. If somebody can just say anything to you and trigger you, then they got the power. If they can call you the N-word and get you to go and get locked up because you're trying to beat somebody up and get fired off your job, then you've given them power. If somebody can, say, hey girl, you look good in that dress, and you like, oh my God, I'm so traumatized, whatever. I'm not making fun of it. I'm just saying, like, if you are if you're laying yourself out as a victim on a regular basis, then what happens is predators become empowered by that. Good people don't respond the same way a predator does. A predator is looking for power. That's it. That's what it is. That's what a lot of this, disrespect is all about. That's what crime is all about sometimes. That's what, when you talk about racism, that's what it's all about, power. And what I observed a long time ago is that if a white man, for example, knows that he can call me a name or look at me a certain way and get a reaction, get me off of my game, get me to, stop doing what I'm doing so I can spend all my energy responding to him, then he knows he's got the power. And what happens is that, when the predator knows that they don't have the power to affect you, they become less empowered. They become less likely to go after the stronger targets or the desensitized targets than they are to go after the targets where there's a really strong reaction, Now, what she did, though, the reason I told this story about the lady who got the pictures in her DM is she actually went full circle. She went from, she not only was not a victim, but she also wasn't just neutral. She actually went on the offensive. She's like, okay, well, how about since you've been the predator for a while, how about I become the big man in this situation, or the big woman in all of this, right? How about I become the one that leads you to be so mortified of me and saddened by me that you go report me to Facebook, right? And I'm not saying that that's always the right way to approach things, but I'm gonna tell you, I play this game. I play poker sometimes. I love poker because it's a game of strategy, math, and strategy, math, and statistics. I love those concepts, or in psychology. And one thing about poker is that in poker, you don't usually allow yourself to be the victim or to be on the defensive too much. One thing about poker that they teach you is you got to know when you can pull out your trump card, or when you can shut a bully down by flipping the script and becoming the aggressor, and not always being the victim, not always kind of like defending yourself, like, stop it, you're messing with me. No, I'm gonna come get you, right? So all I would just say is this, and this is how I'm gonna summarize this before I get on out of here, is the bottom line is, don't go through your life as a victim. You don't win as a victim. You just don't. It's not healthy. It's not fun. It's stressful. You feel like you don't have power over your life because you're waiting. Because the predator has all the power. You're sitting around hoping that the predators, or that the nasty people, the racists, whoever the predator is in your life, or the bully is in your life, you're waiting for the bully to make a move so you can react to what the bully did, right? As opposed to being proactive and deciding, what, I'm going to decide how things are going to happen here, what the narrative is going to be. And if you decide that you would like to be the decider, I'm going to nullify you of that power, because I'm not even going to respond to you. So I'm going to tell you the truth. If some old toothless, dumbass redneck decides to call me out of my name, it would be very difficult to get me to be angry about it. I would probably literally laugh. Because who cares what that person thinks about me? All that matters is what I think about myself. So that's it. That's all. I just wanted to share that with you guys, because that came to my mind. Please hit the thumbs up button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button, and also join our social media platform, blagenough.com. This is how you spell it. This is what we created in response to the fact that Facebook is, not only do they censor or they are very anti-free speech, they're also racist, and there's a lot of oppression happening on Facebook. For example, I just recently found out that one tactic they use is that if they identify your page as being like a black identity extremist, or a conservative, or somebody that they just don't think you should have a voice, they do a deboosting process. Well, deboosting means that, like, for example, on my personal page, I have 80,000 people that follow my personal page, and I had 650,000 people following my fan page until they deleted it. Well, what was going on was, when I would go live on Facebook, the numbers would just drop and dwindle to almost nothing. And that's because they had identified me as a controversial figure, and were deboosting my post to make sure people on my list that had asked specifically to be connected to me were not even notified when I would go live. So we want to control that process, rather than being a victim. We're going to actually be the aggressor, and Blag Enough is the response to that. So join us at blagenough.com. We have great Black conversations, and we control that narrative. So anyway, you guys have a good day. I'm Dr. Boyce Watkins. Hit the thumbs up button, share and subscribe and all that. I'll see you guys soon. Take care. Peace.